We'll start by focusing on ideas to take hospitality to the next level by fostering a renewed spirit of welcome. Parishes across the Archdiocese have been hard at work being welcoming, especially during the pandemic. We've heard many inspiring stories of returning parishioners feeling a renewed spirit of welcome because of the intentional approach to hospitality that many parishes provided after our parishes reopened. Countless parishioners stepped up to be part of reopening teams, and each played a critical role in creating an environment that focused on ensuring everyone felt welcomed, comfortable, prepared, and informed about the Sunday Mass experience, celebration of the sacraments, and important moments in our lives like funerals and weddings. First impressions really matter, and it's important that we be intentional about creating a warm and welcoming environment for anyone who walks into our parishes. We invite you to consider 3 ideas to foster a renewed spirit of welcome, to take hospitality to the next level. These ideas are: further develop hospitality as a key ministry of the parish by training your teams on the spiritual and tactical elements of radical hospitality. Embrace the idea of highly visible parish leadership after Mass, and enhance your hospitality team and to add pew captains. Let's unpack these ideas further. We are called to be a family of families, to create a space where everyone feels welcomed and expected, particularly during our weekend liturgies. Think about it this way. When you have people over for dinner to your home, you are intentional about cleaning, preparing food, and creating a welcoming environment, all because we want all of our guests to feel welcomed the moment they step foot in our home. In a similar way, our parish is our spiritual home. So every active member of the parish should feel responsible for welcoming and offering hospitality to those who are new or visiting. We invite you to further develop hospitality as a key ministry of your parish by training your team on the spiritual and practical elements of radical hospitality. There is an art and a science to radical hospitality, and to do it well, we need to be properly trained and equipped. Training your people will give them new skills when welcoming others, helping to avoid common mistakes that create a sense of unwelcome and increasing their awareness for ways to improve the welcoming experience. Get started by attending the series of training sessions hosted by the Renew My Church team. These trainings will focus on unpacking the spirituality of hospitality as well as best practices to bring your hospitality to the next level. We encourage you to invite all those who have been part of your reopening and hospitality teams. These trainings will provide an opportunity to be grounded in the art of hospitality ministry and practical ways to continue building a spirit of welcoming for Mass and beyond. In The Joy of the Gospel, Pope Francis explains that an evangelizing community gets involved by word and deed in people's daily lives. It bridges distances. It is willing to abase itself if necessary, and it embraces human life, touching the suffering flesh of Christ in others. Modeling positive pastoral behavior is one of the most effective ways for leaders to highlight the importance of a specific action. If we expect our parishioners to be present, welcoming, and hospitable, then we as leaders need to demonstrate that through our own actions as well. Being highly visible and present before and after every Mass is a great way for people to get to know parish leadership and for us to personally welcome and build relationships with our community. Parishioners love the opportunity to get to know the pastor, priests, and staff. So, if you are not already doing this, consider it as a great opportunity for your people to see and speak with you personally. Get started by asking your clergy and key ministry staff members to be present before and after every weekend Mass at least twice each month. And be sure that everyone is wearing their name tag. Being visible and present as people arrive and leave sends a powerful message of the importance of everyone who joins you for worship. Studies tell us that one of the main reasons people leave the church is that they did not have a sense of meaningful community where they felt noticed, valued, or appreciated. This is particularly important to consider during weekend Mass. Mass is at the center of our lives as a Christian community. We come to worship God the Father together with Jesus Christ, and that worship enables us to be people of hope and of faith. It is essential that everyone who joins our liturgies feels welcomed and noticed, and that when they are not there, they feel they have been missed. Creating a spirit of welcome at every Mass every weekend does not just happen. It requires planning, processes, and most importantly, lots of trained people. With this in mind, consider investing in enhancing your hospitality team by growing the size of the team and adding pew captains. Get started by inviting each person who volunteered during the pandemic to serve on your hospitality team at least one weekend each month as greeters, welcomers, and ushers. Next, ask each hospitality team member to invite 2 to 3 friends or family members to join them in this important ministry. This can help continue the momentum of welcome experienced during the pandemic and will also communicate to your entire parish that hospitality matters and will be an important hallmark in the life of your community. Then, add pew captains. What is a pew captain? Consider any Sunday Mass you have. Let's say 9 a.m., for example. Chances are that you have the same group of people sitting in pretty much the same place week after week. Some of those people are friendly. You would call them natural connectors because of their outgoing personality and smile. These folks would make perfect pew captains. Invite them to be in charge of a section of 4 or 5 pews around them. Ask them to be in their pews just 15 minutes before Mass. Once they are there, ask them to simply provide a friendly greeting to folks who come in and to be on the lookout for someone who is new. The pew captains can introduce themselves to these new faces, welcome them on behalf of the parish, and invite them to something coming up at the parish. Pew captains can be a great addition to your hospitality teams and can be another set of eyes to greet new people, to notice when people have not been around for a few weeks, and connect with anyone coming for weekend Mass.
Belonging is a sense that people get when there is a place for them in the life of the parish, regardless of where they are on their faith journey, whether they are a guest or a long-time parishioner, whether they are Catholic or not. People feel like they belong when they are wanted, needed, known, and valued. People are yearning for a true sense of belonging, and our parishes, where the very life of good news of Jesus Christ is shared for the world, must be the place where people feel that they belong. Here, they can build deep bonds of Christ-centric community with others. We invite you to consider these 3 ideas to nurture a genuine sense of belonging to take hospitality to the next level. Initiate the hosting of a regular weekly community building gathering. Communicate significant events in the lives of parishioners. And introduce a parish-wide daily or weekly devotional for parishioners to reflect, engage, and pray with each other and invite everyone to participate. Let us unpack these ideas further. Studies tell us that many people in our city and society experience a profound sense of loneliness and isolation. People are much less rooted in community than they were in the past. And many of our parishioners no longer have the natural connections that existed in the past. In this more isolated world, we have a unique opportunity to create not just any community, but one that is Christ-centered. One of the ways we can create a deep sense of community is by hosting a frequent, ideally weekly, community building gathering, such as a Sunday night potluck dinner or a midweek happy hour or breakfast. The goal of these gatherings is not to fundraise or to teach, but to create a place every week where guests and parishioners can experience a welcoming community. A place to share the joys and struggles of the week. A place to invite friends who will typically not come to church but will come for a drink, breakfast, or conversation. Hosting well-run weekly events can be a tall order and may not be feasible for all parishes as quite a bit of planning is needed. These weekly gatherings do not have to be fancy, but they need to be frequent, regular, and authentic. To get started, find one day of the week that a social event will work. Maybe it is Wednesday night, Tuesday morning, or Saturday night. Then set a location and time frame, say from 6 to 8 p.m. in the courtyard or parish hall. Having a recurring day develops a pattern and expectation that every week there is a place to connect with others, to meet new people, and to invite friends. This could perhaps be the only time during the week when someone will not feel lonely. Invite 3 to 5 people to be responsible for the overall logistics and coordination, and ask different parish groups to host each weekly gathering. This way, all parish leaders have some ownership of what you are trying to do in your parish. For each gathering, ask these leaders to provide simple and easy refreshments and to decorate the gathering place with flowers and tablecloths. These small details, though simple, signal that the presence of every guest is important and that they belong. Remember to ensure that your parish leaders are present at these gatherings, meeting new and long-time members of the community and intentionally inviting them into active ministry. When significant events happen in the life of your parishioners, do they think of your parish as one of the first places to share the news, to celebrate, or to ask for support? Does everyone in the parish have a way to know about other parishioners' big life events? Often the answer we hear is no. Yet being part of a family of families means that we are there for each other, to celebrate the good times and to accompany each other in challenging times. This truly is the meaning of Catholic communion, an invisible spiritual connection of all members of Christ's body, the Church. An excellent way to build up a greater sense of belonging and community is to communicate and celebrate significant events in the life of your parishioners. This can help all parishioners feel more included and supported by others. Get started by including celebration messages for baptisms, first communions, and weddings in your weekly communications through your website, bulletin, or social media channels. This provides a way for the whole community to celebrate key moments in the life of parishioners. Then begin sending special notices to parishioners when someone in the community has passed away. Share ways they can support those grieving the loss. The pandemic forced us to think differently about engaging people in a life of faith in Christ. Many parishes found creative ways of using technology to not only engage people for weekend mass, but also to help people grow in faith in community from Sunday to Sunday. With the development of technology, there is an opportunity for parishes to easily engage parishioners in daily faith-based connection as a way to build up the parish community. Consider introducing a parish-wide daily or weekly devotional for parishioners to reflect, engage, and pray with each other. There are many daily devotional resources available from the USCCB, Notre Dame, Word on Fire, Bible in 1 Year, Hallow, and others. Get started by picking the resources that will work best for your parish. Then, invite people to sign up to do daily reflections on their own and host a monthly online gathering to pray and discuss how God has been at work in the last month. One of the added benefits of digital apps is the ability to engage message boards for posting. This is a great way to get parishioners engaging with each other every day. Encourage those who participate in the parish-wide devotional to post comments and reflections on a daily basis to build up a sense of community. And if you want to go even further, you can send a video or written daily reflection to people as they unpack the content, whatever works best for your community.